Good morning. Face the difficulties and ordeals on the path. Face the difficulties and ordeals of the path. It is for them who are pursuing the path. Path of the integral yoga. All who enter and tread this path have to face the ordeals and the difficulties because this road is packed with that, filled with those. Suppose nobody will be. Most of the people they are not interested to pursue the path. They don't know what reality is. Even if some people are there, they know they don't want to trade unnecessarily. They don't want to take the risk, more gain, risk, less gain, and no risk, definitely no gain. So they don't want to rush the mud, and they have to likewise they have to open their clean their feet. They don't feel it is a absolutely one requirement. It is at all not a need for them, but it is, we are not speaking everything what really steer up in the course. It is for the people who are decisively taken the decision to pursue this integral yogic path, this process, and they want to tread this path. Who have, a few have ever trod, and they must know this path is packed with, filled with difficulties and ordeals, and you have to face the ordeals and the difficulties of the path. So this is from Sri Aurobindo. All who enter the spiritual path, if you are in the day-to-day regular life, you don't have any hesitation, you have nothing to do with the ups and the downs, so it is not applicable to you. All who enter the spiritual path have to face the difficulties and ordeals of the path, those which rise from their own nature and those which come in from outside. From inside and from outside, these ordeals and difficulties are coming. Don't take that it is only for us, not for others. It is the same thing, and the mother has already explained. If you are treading this path, you have to be very cautious, because you know that glaciers will fall upon you. That iceberg, it will fall upon you like anything. You can find alone in the ambush. Your most trusted friend will be your opposition. There will be a quarrel with them, and you can, some when time will come when you will be exiled from home. You will be simply kicked out from the home. That is what, for that also you should be prepared. And Sri Aurobindo also quotes nicely while explaining this path. Thou may find thyself alone in the ambush, that ambush, terrible ambush, and you will be alone like Abhimanyu standing midst the Mahabharata Yuddha amid the seven greatest warriors of the time. They will be attacking like anything. Gods are unwilling. He's like Abhimanyu's, uncle Krishna, Vasudeva Krishna, and his father, they have gone away. The gods are unwilling, and the demons are furious. Severely, they will be attacking the seven greatest warriors of the world of the then time. They will be attacking like anything. You will be having no weapon, no arrow, no bow on your hand. Simply with that wheel of that chariot, you will be picking it up to fight the greatest warriors of the time. That also you must prepare if you are willing and wishing and deciding to trade this terrible path. These ordeals and difficulties, they are not coming at all, maybe both from both sides, from outside and from inside. The difficulties in the nature always rise again and again. It is not yet to stop, not to stop. Rise again and again till you overcome them. That is what you must prepare. Escape will never bring any victory and the crown. They will be rising like anything, and you will be prepared to face and overcome and overpass. Until that period, they will be coming like anything, like that Rakta period. The bloods will be falling down and new demons will be created. So you are not capable of winning the war. Kali, goddess Kali knew. Those blood falling on the ground, before falling, she was actually consuming all these things. drinking all these things. Then what happened? No demon was created. Finally, it was found. Rakta was slain. That is what the scenario Lord Goddess Kali has taught you. Till they have overcome, you must be faced with both strength and the patience. You must have both the things, not only strength and patience, but the vital part is prone to depression. The problem is that you are moving with the vital part which is yet to be transformed. That is actually vital part is prone to depression. It will be breaking down, feeling something negative, contrary, opposite, like depression. When these ordeals and difficulties arise, breaking down, it will be trying to bhag jao, running away from the battlefield like anything. That is your vital. So what you have to do, but you must train yourself to overcome the reactions of the depression. You have to overcome the reaction of the depression by calling the mother's force. So this is the scenario, that is what the requirement of the time. Vital will be getting not ready to resist, not ready to face them. On the contrary, it will be trying to flow away, leave the battlefield and go like anything. That is not the requirement. You have to be bold, you have to face, you have to call the mother's force and grace for this fierce battle to fight. You have to fight that fierce battle, and for that, for the battle, the fierce battle, you have to be embodied with the mother's grace and force. Call sincerely, patiently you call. Then all who cleave the path steadfastly, that is what the requirement, steadfastly, can be sure of their spiritual destiny. Others, they will be vanquished. They can't be victorious. They will be vanquished. They will be simply thrown up. So all who cleave to the path steadfastly can sure of their spiritual destiny. That is what the requirement. Be not confused, be not troubled, be not be bewildered. Bewildered. That is what the requirement. You have to be very much sure of the spiritual victory if you pass on steadfastly. If anyone fails to reach it, suppose somebody is there, he fails to reach it. It can be only for the one or two reasons. Either one or two reasons, either because they leave the path, or because some lure of ambition, vanity, desire. It is there, some lure of ambition, vanity, desire. For that, they could not be able to sustain the battle. They have gone away. They could not have. They go astray from the sincere dependencies of the divine, not able to call upon the divine. They don't actually pray to the divine for the divine grace and the divine force and divine protection. For that only they have met with the failure. First one, the reason for their failure. One, first, they leave the path. That is the problem with them. They leave the path. Second, they are lured to the reasons, the lurance like ambition, vanity, and desire. But thing is that you have to face, you have to overcome, you have to overpass. Then only at the end of the tunnel there is light. At the end of the war there is a victory. You have to you have to persevere. You have to work on till the end. You have to go. But don't worry. Don't break down. Don't try to run away from the battlefield, because you know mother is there, her force is there, her grace is there, and her protection is there. She is there in the battlefield. Nothing to worry. Again, Sri Aurobindo writes, don't be troubled by your surroundings. It is there, dangerous, furious, fiercest. Don't get troubled by your surroundings and their oppositions. These are the two things, surrounding and their opposition. It is there, and it will be there not only for now or tomorrow, for the time, until you are overcoming the scenario situation. These conditions are imposed first as a kind of ordeal. That is what these type of scenario, environment, condition, opposition. It will be a test of ordeal coming upon you to test how much you are really prepared. If you can remain tranquil and undisturbed, that is what that ordeal. To overcome the ordeal, you must have two things. You must remain tranquil, undisturbed. Not only that, continue your sadhana without allowing yourself to be inwardly troubled under any circumstances. You have to pursue. You have to proceed on. You can't rest. You can't escape. You must not have the fear. You must have the trust in the divine and the divine mother's grace and all. So it will help you to give much needed strength. If that confidence is there, that ardent faith is there, naturally you will be given the much needed strength for the path of yoga. That strength will protect you, carry you, guide you to reach your spiritual path, spiritual goal. Path of the yoga always beset with inner and outer difficulties. That is what you must know. Don't think that everything is coming from outside. I will stay inside, stay locked inside the room. I will even close my doors and windows. That is what normally we think of doing, but don't try. You have to be determined, you have to be trained, you have to go to the battlefield, you have to wage the war, you have to win. Then only you can find that the crown will be calling you like anything. It will be like giving you some calls. Come and sit upon me. It is yours. You are the possessor. You are the winner. You are the victor. That is what the precondition you have to go. So these difficulties, not only they are coming from outward circumstances, but it is also packed from with, it is also well placed within. You have to overcome them, you have to face the ordeal. That is what the echo call to the sadhakas who are pursuing this sadhana in the method integral yoga. They are actually, they have done made their own. And next we are going forward little bit. The divine is there, be sure. Wherever the world is God fulfilled in outwardness, that idea must be there. That confidence must be there. Don't be fearful. If you fear, jo dar gaya wo mar gaya. Suppose you are fearful, you are dead. You have to go. What people have done, it is not your headache. How much they have achieved, don't worry, don't ponder over there. Thing is that you have to march on. That is what. The divine is there, but he does not ignore the conditions, the laws, the circumstances of nature. Already that example I have given, that Setubandha was under construction. But the thing is that whatever the stone was thrown into the sea, either flown away or it was actually falling into the depth of the sea or ocean. So how this construction will be completed? No way, no chance. All the all the attempts failed again and again. Everything seemed in vain. At last, the Lord Ramachandra decided to dry up this sea within one arrow. He had the capacity, and he is the master, he is the owner, he is the Lord, he is the avatar. So trying to put that time actually this king of the seas, that Barun Dev, manifests in the folded hands. If he prays, what sir you are doing, Lord, what you are doing? No, the rule you have made and you are breaking it to pieces. How it is possible? So this is the rule of the nature, and this has been fixed by you only, and you are breaking the rule. Then what I have to do? You are the maker, you can do. What is the way around it? Then tell me, Ramachandra is asking, tell me the process so that this Setubandha can be constructed properly in a very smooth manner. Sir, you are asking, you are having two words like Nala Nila, which things written on stone, the stone on which your glorious name will be written, and with the touch of Nala and Nila, it will float. And I assure you, I give you words, I will never blow them out, never I will dip them into the ground. They will be simply, they will be floating. I give you words, and your work will be accomplished. Okay. Because the rule maker can be the rule breaker. That is what the scenario, that is what the situation. So that laws, circumstances of the nature can't be broken up. It is under these conditions that he does his works. That's what the divine does his works with these conditions, the law, the circumstances of nature. His work in the world and in man and consequently also the sadhaka. His work he pursues, he does with these rules and regulations. This discipline gives the absolute, peace through rules. But the Sri Aurobindo ashram and the Sri Aurobindanian so who are pursuing the sadhana, they are devoid of these forms. They are not given any rule. There is no rule regulation formally for them. But thing is that rule of the nature, what has been fixed by the Lord, that has to be obeyed. And what time will come when it is required, the mother will try to overpass you, bypass these laws with her own effort and grace. That is exceptional characters, with exceptional situation. So sadhaka, the aspirant and the God knower and the God lover and the saint, the sage, all these for them, what happens? He works in the world, he does his work under it can't be, he can't ignore the conditions, laws and circumstances of nature, and under those conditions, circumstances, laws and all, he does his work in world, in man. Consequently in the sadhaka, the aspirant, the sages, the God knower and the God lover, and the saint and the sages, see, he works only because in everywhere he has created and he is pursuing you through all these tasks. So when how the end shall be when God is guide, he is the guide, he is the maker, he is the rule creator. So continue to have difficulties and to be limited by their human natures. So you have got your limitation, it has to be surpassed. And once it is overcome and surpassed, these difficulties and ordeal definitely will go, because Supreme has decided to wipe them off. But thing is that we have to sit in this battlefield raising our hands. Already, Jatha Nijuktosmi Tatha Karomi. How you have appointed us and appointing us, we are ready to do. Then only that command will come. Nimitta matra bhava sabyasachi. You become the instrument of mine and I am here to carry out my work. You are not here to do, but the thing is that you are simply here to, accompany, say the yes, give your consent, raise your hands. That is what the requirement I want from you, I expect from you. Give your consent. I shall save earth if earth consents to be saved. Then your difficulties and ordeals will be overpassed, overcome. They will perish. I am here. So rely on the divine. Call for the divine grace, power and ananda. Then you will be ultimately victorious with the grace of the divine mother. Vande Mataram.